Welcome on in, everybody. Phoenix Suns 2025 NBA Draft Recap. And we are live. We're going to talk about it all. What a great draft it was for the Phoenix Suns. And sort of just an overall great draft in general. Just so you guys know, I believe we are live on Instagram as well. Like I said, I'm going to be going live on more apps from here on out besides just YouTube. We were live on YouTube and Facebook, and now we're live on Instagram as well. So eventually coming soon, I'll be live on almost every app that I at least have on my phone. So anyways, all right, guys, what a great draft. Thank you to everybody who is tuning in along live now or later. Really appreciate everybody that is here. What an incredible draft it was. And we're going to talk about it. Now, I want to start with a small disclaimer. As you guys know, if you've been following me, if you've tuned into the last few shows, that I am far from a draft expert. And this was the first year in a while that I did barely to any draft homework, like pretty much no draft homework at all, outside of a few prospects here and there. But I really like our draft, you guys. And it is very safe to say that we got, first off, we got younger, no doubt. We got younger, more athletic, we got taller, and we got better defensively. This was a great NBA draft, and I'm just so excited to break it all down for you guys. So we are going to do that right now, you guys. Again, if you guys want my reaction to what the Suns did yesterday, I absolutely lost my mind when we drafted Khaman Maluach, who's hopefully his name I actually pronounced correctly this time. And then we traded for Mark Williams literally in the span of 10 minutes. I couldn't believe it. I'm going to make sure to clip my little reaction and upload it because it was such a great reaction. I freaked out. And yeah, I appreciate it. Robert, thank you for being here, man. Yeah, I meant to go live earlier, you guys. It was just sort of a chill, relaxing day. I'm like, I'll just go live later. It's fine. Kind of let things play out and everything. So, but yeah, I appreciate it. Sawbucks 23, you're funny, man. You definitely know the Phoenix Suns because you say no draft homework. That's a James Jones favorite move, or that's James Jones' favorite move. It's true, you guys. That's one thing I didn't like about James Jones, man, was the way that he viewed the draft before Matt Ishbia took over as owner. I remember making a video about it, you guys. He's like, whoa, we scout players from like the 10th row or something like that. I was like, huh? It's like, what are you talking about, dude? And like, he didn't seem to care about the draft at all. So it's good, at least right now, that we actually have an ownership group and a front office, Brian Gregory and company, that actually gives a crap about the draft, will scout players, and as of right now is really good at drafting players. I cannot wait to see these guys play. Cannot wait for NBA Summer League. I keep seeing in my chat and on social media, the Phoenix Suns are cooking. The Phoenix Suns cooked. Absolutely love it, you guys. We absolutely cooked. And let's just dive into it, you guys. So let's start here. The Phoenix Suns made like what, 2 or 3 different trades in order to move up and get the very first pick in the second round. So pick 31, and they drafted St. Joseph's Rasheer Fleming. And here is his page on NBA.com. I am going to zoom in just a little bit, you guys, so you guys can see it. And let me sort of fix my camera thing here so I'm not blocking the view. Let's go. Oh, nope, we don't want to do that. Let's go a little smaller. There we go. That looks better. There we go. Okay, now we're looking good. Now we're cooking, just like the Phoenix Suns. All right, guys. So Rasheer Fleming grew up in Camden, New Jersey, playing basketball, blah, blah, blah. Let's just start right here, you guys. 6'8", 232 pounds. I forgot what his wingspan is. I probably should have had this ready to go. Oh, wait, I think I got it right here. My bad, you guys. Let's go right here. Yeah, here we go. Rasheer Fleming, or Fleming. Yeah, Fleming. I can't talk. This was his measurements at the draft combine. Without shoes, he's 6'8". But his NBA draft profile also says he's 6'8", 232 pounds, has a 9'1" standing reach with a 7'5" wingspan. So he's 6'8", 232 with a 7'5" wingspan. I can't talk. Analysis. Fleming is a front court player with an NBA body and athleticism. He can function in the pick and pop or pick and roll man, capable of drilling, catch, and shoot threes and catching high flying lobs. He hustles on both sides of the ball and is especially active on defense with his hands as a shot blocker and pass disruptor. While he won't run an offense, he can make reads with the ball. When he doesn't have the ball, he knows how to cut. I love that, you guys. That sounds like a Phoenix Suns player to me, and I absolutely love it. Well done for the Phoenix Suns for making this trade and for just doing their homework and taking pride into this pick, because again, they didn't just make one trade. I think they made like 2 or 3 trades just to move up. And then we ended up with the 41st pick, which I'm going to talk about here in a little bit. And man, just what a player. So the Phoenix Suns select once again out of St. Joseph's, Rasheer Fleming. And I want to find the clip real quick. They do those little side draft interviews with Monica McNutt from ESPN. And there was one thing that he said that I really took away. We got so much to dive into, you guys. But let's start here. Let's actually hear from the man that we drafted. And now I don't want to play this whole thing. Actually, I don't really know if I can actually play this for you because I don't want to get copyrighted. Hold on, you guys. Let's see. Okay, I think if I play it like this, I'll be okay. But let's just do it anyways. Okay, here we go. Share screen. And you know what? We're just gonna read you guys the tweet, and then I'll play just a clip of it because I don't want to get copyrighted. But this was posted earlier. Love what Rasheer Fleming said. If he's not making shots, which he doubts. Now, again, he said that. He said, if I'm not making shots, which I doubt, he said he will still be giving maximum effort. What did we not see last year? We did not see maximum effort from many Phoenix Suns players. This guy looks like he's going, or at least sounds like he's going to give maximum effort. And I'm going to kind of fast forward and maybe we'll hear the clip.
Much effort, like regardless if anything goes, first off, just so much effort, like regardless if anything goes wrong, if I'm not making shots, anything, which I doubt, you're going to get a lot of effort out of me. Like I'm going to continue.
I love that. That's what I want to hear from the Phoenix Suns player who we just drafted. Doesn't matter if the ball's going in the rim. I'm going to give you max effort. That's what I want to hear. And I heard great things from Khaman Maluach yesterday too. Seems like he's going to be a sponge who's going to work his tail off. He's going to learn a lot from Mark Williams. I love what we just did here, you guys. So let's kind of continue on here with Rasheer Fleming. And again, shout out to the NBA website for this page. We already went over the analysis. And here's a quote here from former St. Joseph's teammate Cameron Brown, who was talking to the Philadelphia Inquirer. Quote, every day after practice, he works out, works on something that he needs, even if it isn't defense, even if it's defense. I mean, who just wants to work on defense in practice? He'll do it if it needs to be done. I'm sure he motivates half the team to work after practice just because we see him working out. Close quote. That's former St. Joseph's teammate Cameron Brown. And then a little bit of stats and tidbits. Fleming made 62 3-pointers in the 2024-25 season, which was 6 more than his previous 2 seasons combined, 56. So, again, go to NBA.com's draft profile. You will get a nice little summary of Rasheer Fleming, the 31st overall pick in the 2025 NBA draft, and the Phoenix Suns made multiple trades to get him. So shout out to the Suns, man. Well done. Love what they did. Man, what a great start to this draft, you guys. And then, sorry, I'm just double checking something, you guys. Okay, that's something else. And then, you guys, like I said, we made a few trades, and we traded, it was weird. Like, we had pick 52 and 56, and then I think we trade. It was all over the place. I think we first traded up to 41, then we traded up to 31. Whatever, doesn't matter. We ended up with the 41st pick, which I believe is technically the Warriors pick, and we drafted Koby Brea. Koby Brea from the University of Kentucky, ladies and gentlemen. And again, you guys, I am far from a draft expert. So before we really focus on the NBA's page of this, let me just go to this real quick. Let's find it real quick. I probably should have had this prepped and ready to go. And by the way, I want to give a shout out to John Gambadoro, who was the first one to report this trade, even before Shams Charania did it. I mean, Shams Charania, I'm sure, was busy with multiple things, but doesn't matter, you guys. Yeah, it was, John Gambadoro was on it. So let's start here. Because there's actually a video attached that we actually can watch. Let's start right here. Shout out to @SunsAreBetter who tweeted this out. Koby Brea shot 47% in his last 2 collegiate seasons. 43% on nearly 700 attempts in his college career. Here's nearly 2 minutes of him, and I'll play the video. Here's nearly, gotta pause the sound. Here's nearly 2 minutes of him shooting in the gym. 0 misses. This is the type of shooter the Suns just got. Koby Brea from the University of Kentucky, who I remember before the Suns even drafted him, I think it was Jay Billis said, well, Koby Brea is still available, the best shooter left in this draft. I love that. 47% from 3 in his last 2 college seasons, and 43% in nearly 700 attempts. And then he goes 2 straight minutes here, as you guys can see in the video, of him just not missing. I love that. That's awesome. Be calm and see clearly. I appreciate it. I don't know what that comment says, but thanks for the super chat. Appreciate everybody that's in here, man. And thank you for the super chat as well. You guys are funny, man. So I'll let this video kind of round out, and then we'll continue on. And then one of my favorite follows on Twitter, at AZ Sports Zone, he had a tweet, and he also kind of said what I said. He was like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm a draft expert on Koby Brea, but the kid can shoot the lights out of the ball. I'm paraphrasing his tweet, but he pretty much said that. This guy can straight up shoot, man. I probably should have full screened the video, so I'll do that for the final few seconds here. This kid's got a nice looking shooting form. 2 straight minutes without a miss, dude. This isn't an edited video either. It's just 2 straight minutes of this guy just launching threes. That is so exciting, you guys. I love that. Thank you to everybody that's tuning in on Instagram as well. I appreciate you guys. All right, so continuing on real quick. Let's get back to his NBA draft page, or his draft profile, if you will. Here we go. Let's see. 6'6", pretty much 202 pounds. He was a senior out of Kentucky, still very young. Went to high school, I believe, in Bronx, New York. Now let's check out the the analysis. Brea's identity is 3-point shooting, and as a college player, pretty much 72% of his field goal attempts were 3-pointers. He made 43% of them. During his final 2 seasons, he made 46.5%. His three-point shooting was elite, and his teams ran plays specifically to get Brea open, particularly with him flying around off-ball screens. An adept pump fake, I hope I said that word right, also helped free him from defenders. He can also dive inside and take the occasional mid-range shot. The other aspects of Berea's game are all secondary and could use further development. That's fine, you guys. You know what? As I know this isn't like the best analysis here, but I've always said this about draft prospects. Like, I obviously, unless you're like the number 1 overall pick, there's probably not even like, if you're like a top 5 pick, there's probably not that much stuff you need to improve on. But like every other pick after the top 5, there's probably something you can improve on. But like for these later picks, I'm like, guys, don't tell me their weaknesses. Tell me their strengths. What can this guy do? This guy can shoot the lights out of the ball. He can shoot the lights out of the building. This guy, as crazy as this sounds, even though he's a rookie, maybe the Suns might be in a situation where they need a game-winning shot. I can see this guy subbing right in. Hit a game winner for us. Or maybe be like a decoy to hit a game winner for us. That would be awesome. I could see that with this kid. This kid can flat out shoot. Now, again, you guys, I want to just say this. I'm not trying to sound like a hater. With all that being said, just because he can shoot now doesn't mean it's necessarily always gonna, transfer over to the NBA. But as of right now, I am excited that we have a guy that can shoot the lights out of the ball. Hopefully the shooting can, transfer over to the NBA. Could you imagine like the Suns get arguably could you imagine the Phoenix Suns steal one of the best shooters in the NBA draft at pick 41? Could you imagine that? Like if this guy can contribute to the Phoenix Suns strictly by his shooting alone, that would be absolutely incredible. That would be awesome. Thank you again to everybody who is tuning in along live, or if you're watching later. Thank you to everybody that's watching along live on Instagram. We're live on IG as well. Appreciate my guy, John Voida from Bright Side of the Sun and the Suns Jam Session podcast. Appreciate you being here. He says, love you, geek. This was a great draft. We can be excited again. Exactly. That's what I was saying in yesterday's show. I did 2 shows yesterday. And that's exactly what I was saying, you guys. It feels so good to be excited about the Phoenix Suns again. And that is coming from one of the most optimistic, if not the most optimistic Suns fan there is. Because if you've been following my channel, you've been following my live shows, you know it's been extremely tough for even me to be positive about this team. And what the Suns just did in this draft gets me excited again. It should get you excited again. It should get so many, if not all, Phoenix Suns fans excited again. And guess what, you guys? Like I've been saying for a while, it is just the beginning of the Suns offseason. The offseason just began. It started with the Kevin Durant trade, and here we are with the draft over. Suns had an incredible draft. We have free agency next. We have summer league. We have trades that we can make. It is going to be such a fun offseason, you guys. And what a great start. What a great start, you guys. So to recap, the Phoenix Suns draft Rasheer Fleming out of St. Joseph's University. And then they draft Koby Brea out of Kentucky. One of the best shooters in the draft. Where did my light go? What the heck just happened? Again, we got so much more to dive into, you guys. Let me see what I missed here. Because there are like some rumors floating around too, you guys. So let's do this before we kind of get to everything else. Because again, there's so much more to talk about. Another tweet here from at Suns Are Better, who kind of helps recap the draft. Let's see. Sorry, guys. What's going on here? So right here, and I think this is just a great summary of the Suns draft. Ryan Dunn, Oso Ighodaro, Khaman Maluach, I hope I said his name right, Rasheer Fleming, and Koby Brea. The summer Suns are going to be fun. I love that, you guys. We did all of that. Plus, we added Mark Williams, Jalen Green in the span of what? Kevin Durant was traded on June 22nd. I'm recording this on June 26th. In like 4 or 5 days, the Suns added all that. And if you want to include Ryan Dunn and Oso Ighodaro in there, you can. Like, the Suns got younger. They got better defensively. They got more athletic. They got size, rebounding. I'm so excited, you guys. What a great day. What a great week it was for the Phoenix Suns. I absolutely love it, you guys. What an incredible week and day it was for the Phoenix Suns. Couple more things, and then we'll kind of dive into some more rumors. I want to give a shout out to a friend of mine, Solomon or Solo Wit on Twitter, made this design, and I even told him I was going to shout him out because he's a good guy, and I just wanted to shout him out. Can we just click that? Nope, that's not going to work. Oh, let's just click this then. There we go. Yeah, so check this out, you guys. Now, I don't believe it's been confirmed which jersey number he will wear, but in this graphic, at Wit Visual, put him in number 22, and I just absolutely love this graphic, and I told him I was going to show it off, and I love it, you guys. I just love this graphic. It's just well done. I'm excited to see this kid play. Cannot wait. I think we have a very deep, big man center rotation, and if you want to throw Oso Ighodaro in there, you can. I love that, and I can't wait to see this kid play, man. Welcome to the Valley. Khaman Maluach. And I had to show that off. So again, go check out and follow Solo Wit. Search at Wit Visual. Go give him a follow. Tell him Suns Geek sent you. And that's just really awesome, you guys. I love that so much. Okay. Continuing on here. You guys want to talk about maybe a couple? You know what? Actually, before we do that, there was also a little bit more kind of Suns news. And we'll start actually with this. It's actually a comment here. Let's see. Where was it? From Saul, who says, Geek, you're forgetting Jalen Bridges. Now, I kind of wonder. I'm like, I don't know Jalen Bridges' contract, but I'm like, is Jalen Bridges going to come back next year? Like, I know he was with the Valley Suns, but like when he played with us, he like wasn't that good. He wasn't even that good in Summer League, you guys. I'm kind of curious, like if Jalen Bridges is going to come back. Maybe he's like on a contract and all that, or a two-way deal. I don't know, but I'm like, is he really going to come back, you guys? And I know that there's the Colin Gillespie stuff floating around, which I wouldn't mind Colin Gillespie coming back. But like Ty Washington too, I'm like, I don't know, you guys. Like, I won't be surprised if Jalen Bridges doesn't come back next year. That's just my personal opinion. It's just my opinion. Let me take a sip of my water, you guys, and then we'll get to some actual Suns news. So this was about, I don't know, maybe like 15, 20 minutes after the draft. The Phoenix Suns signed CJ Huntley to a two-way contract. Huntley had a strong pre-draft process that started with an impactful performance at Portsmouth Invitational Tournament. He's from Appalachian State. Did I say that right? I probably didn't because I can't talk or read. What am I doing on YouTube? But if for you draft experts out there, Let me know if this guy's any good. I think I did see one tweet. Let me make sure I'm seeing this. I think it might have been, where'd it go? Nope, that's not it. I thought I retweeted it. Well, I'll find it, but it showed his stats and everything. I'll find it. Give me a second here, you guys. My bad. Oops. Oh, what's going on here? Ooh, sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. Don't know what's going on. Well, okay, then we'll just do this. Go to this here. There we go. Okay, so yeah, CJ Huntley, who just signed a two-way contract, not 2-year deal. CJ Huntley just signed a two-way contract. I can't talk. I'm losing it, you guys. Too many streams. I'm starting to lose it. 2024-25 stats. 15.7 points per game, 8.1 rebounds, 49% from the field, 35% from three, and 69% from the free throw line. So definitely needs to improve his free throw shooting and 3-point shot. But if you guys know about this guy, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. But he will be on our team in a two-way deal. So he'll be part of the Summer League Suns too, which is pretty cool. All right, you guys. So when I said there's sort of Phoenix Suns news, Brian Windhorst was talking about this. It's been no secret. Like, we've known about this for a while. Devin Booker is definitely going to sign a 2-year extension. And it's going to be for a lot of money. And again, you guys, the Phoenix Suns, I had a conversation about this with a coworker today. I'm like, the Phoenix Suns are making all of these moves for Devin Booker. You can call it what you want. You can call it a rebuild. You can call it, like I like to call it, a strong retool. Call it whatever you want. They are doing all of this for Devin Booker. Whatever they do in free agency, whatever trades they do, it's all for Devin Booker. He's still in his prime. He is our franchise player. He is not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere, you guys. I hope and pray that he is a Phoenix Sun for life. And I hope that Devin Booker will lead us to a championship one day. And I hope that we put a statue outside of Devin Booker. We're doing all of this for Devin Booker, you guys. And if this week is sort of a preview of our off season, then Devin Booker should be absolutely thrilled. And I want to just make sure I'm getting this right. I think it was Evan. I think they talked about it. Yeah, so it's 150 million, like somebody said in the chat. But Brian Windhorst said, quote, Devin Booker was active in some of their other decisions, including the Kevin Durant trade, and I think he will be active in signing a 2-year record extension of 150 million. But speaking of Devin Booker, you guys, and this doesn't surprise me because, again, I've talked about it on the channel before. Devin Booker pretty much said he's going to be involved in a lot of, if not most, off-season conversations and moves and decisions. And then Evan Sedry, I guess it was Gambo who said this on the radio and all that, but he said Devin Booker expressed to the Phoenix Suns front office a desire to acquire a lob threat big man. Phoenix certainly obliged with Mark Williams and Khaman Maluach. And I'm sure he can throw some lobs to Rasheer Fleming. You know what I mean? And I'm sure no, I'm not sure. I'm confident he's going to throw lobs to Jalen Green, who I'm going to continue to say Jalen Green is going to win some fans over. Jalen Green's athleticism alone will make him a fan favorite in Phoenix. Devin Booker's going to have plenty of players to throw lobs to. Man, it still is like, I'm still like processing. Like, we have Mark Williams, we have Jalen Green, we got rookies that can actually, who are athletic and who can block shots and rebound and score. Like, man, that gets me so excited, you guys. Plus, you throw Ryan Dunn, Oso Ighodaro in there, maybe Colin Gillespie. man, what a great start, guys. What a great start to the Suns off season. Okay, let's see. What we're going to talk about next, you guys, isn't really like a secret. It's been more just like rumors and stuff, but it won't really surprise me like either way. Like if Grayson Allen is playing for the Phoenix Suns this upcoming season, I won't be too shocked. But this was also, there's a rumor floating around. Grayson Allen is a very strong trade candidate for the Phoenix Suns after their selection of Koby Brea. Allen is under contract through the 2027-28, season as a Phoenix Sun. Will look to flip Grayson Allen for a better rotational fit moving forward. But here's the thing, you guys. Maybe I'm looking a little bit too into this. In my personal opinion, Grayson Allen kind of fits what I think the Suns are looking for. Like a player that's not going to quit, a scrappy player who can shoot, kind of what Matt Ishbia, Brian Gregory, et cetera, that they've been talking about. And also Royce O'Neal, I feel like kind of fits that to an extent. So I won't be too shocked if the Suns trade either both or one of Grayson Allen or Royce O'Neal. But I won't be shocked either if they're both playing for this team this upcoming season. I don't know. But I just wanted to kind of update you guys. It won't really shock me if both Royce O'Neal and Grayson Allen get traded. That's just my personal opinion anyways. So that's, just wanted to talk about that. Okay, guys. Maybe I will just answer some questions and react to some chat comments. And then we'll probably wrap up the show because I've done 3-4 live shows, maybe more this whole week. It's been a long week. I want to relax. I want to rest. As you guys can see with my little cheesy background here, I got the movie Draft Day right here. I meant to watch this a week ago, or should I say at the start of the week, but I haven't gotten to it. So I really just want to relax, watch the movie Draft Day, which is a great movie. Got it on Blu-ray. Love this movie so much. Meant to watch this movie last night, but I never did. I want to watch that, and I kind of just want to relax. But I think I'll get to a few comments, questions, chats, and all that, and then we'll kind of just wrap this thing up. And again, thank you to everybody who is tuning in along live on Instagram and on YouTube. And like I said, you guys, we will be live on multiple platforms very soon. That way, you guys can tune in. And if you guys haven't already, please crush that like button, you guys. Share the show. Tell people about Suns Geek. It really helps support the channel. And I mean that a lot. Okay, guys, let's see. If I missed your comment or question, I apologize. Let's see. Now we need a veteran point guard, or do we just let Booker run the point? That is still yet to be determined, but it won't surprise me if Devin Booker is going to run a lot of the point guard this upcoming season. Because wait a minute, I thought we had a point guard. We had Tyus Jones and Monte Morris. That didn't really work out, did it? Let's see. I like the green pickup too, says Sean. This team has some high flyers, lots of dunks next year. Absolutely. Yoshi says the KD trade will be looked back on not so bad after all. Now that is still yet to be determined, you guys. Let's get through this upcoming season first, and then we'll start, judging the Kevin Durant trade. And I like to remind people of this too. I'm kind of glad that you said that. Maybe I'm just a little too optimistic. Maybe I'm just a little too positive about basketball. But if we're talking strictly just draft players here, I at least like to give draft prospects at least a couple of years before we can kind of call them a bust. You know what I mean? I just don't think that that's fair to them. And it's like, and I feel like you could kind of make the same argument for certain trades. It's like, oh, this team clearly won this trade. They're the flat out winners. I'm like, well, maybe we should give it a little bit more time. You know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion, anyways. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, with Booker and Green, where do you play a point guard? Tyus Jones couldn't find a role. Yeah, I don't really see Jalen Green playing any point guard. But Devin Booker, I think could if he chooses to, because again, this is Devin Booker's team. I can see him playing a lot of point guard. Yeah, I like this comment too here. I was thinking about this as well. Last Kentuckian we drafted was Devin Booker. Koby Brea is about to be a stud with Devin Booker being his mentor. That's what I'm saying, you guys. That's why I love the fact that they drafted Koby Brea, who, by the way, I think mentioned Devin Booker as his favorite player, by the way. And not only that, he's going to teach Jalen Green a lot of stuff. Which I absolutely love. Because remember, Jalen Green's still very young. I think that has to be factored into. Devin Booker's going to be a great mentor, veteran, and I love the fact that Devin Booker's going to be able to teach these guys everything he knows, and it's just good that like Devin Booker's going to have, extra scores around him that can really help take the pressure and load off. Ooh, and by the way, you guys, I was looking up this too. Oops, where did my thing go? Koby Brea full season breakdown: 6'7", 11 points per game last year, 3.2 rebounds. We already went over the shooting splits, 91% from the free throw line, and then if you guys can read all those other stats on the bottom there, really excited for this kid. But I think I saw somewhere that he said that Devin Booker was his favorite player. Yeah, here it is. Right here. Koby Brea on who his favorite player is. Quote, definitely Devin Booker. He's my favorite player. And obviously he came here from Kentucky as well. But I think we really have similar skill sets from all the things he does on the court, off the court. He's a dog, man. He's a great shooter. He does everything at a high level, but he's a dog on top of that. That's one of the Suns' newest rookies praising the Suns franchise star, Devin Booker. Well done. Well done, Koby Brea. And if it isn't obvious, we obviously have a guy named Kobe on our team, even though he spells it differently. Koby Brea Fleming, Maluach, and I'm just really excited for the Suns team, you guys. Okay. Sean says CP3 reunion. It's not impossible, but I don't think we could afford him, especially if we're trying to like get under the second apron and all that. Yeah, I don't know. With all the draft capital gone, how do we trade Beal? I don't know. Trust in the Suns front office, trust in Matt Ishbia, trust in the franchise that they will convince him to waive the no trade clause, and maybe we can get some future draft capital back. Not that we necessarily need it, in my opinion, but if you somehow trade Bradley Beal, you got to assume that we could definitely get some picks thrown in there. Just double checking if I didn't miss anything. Okay, cool. Awesome. Brian says Valley Oops, baby. Valley Alley Oops, baby. Let's go. Let's see. Appreciate you, man. Andrew says, God bless you, Sons Geek. Well, God bless you, man. I appreciate you. He says, hanging out with my folks at In-N-Out Burger, but great to see you. And I love your shirt. Thanks, man. I'm rocking my Spider-Man shirt. And for all you Coyotes fans out there, I got my Coyotes hat on. And I know it's kind of hard to see, but I'm rocking my NBA Draft Day pin on top of the hat. But yeah, God bless you, man. It's funny that you say In-N-Out Burger. Believe it or not, I haven't been to In-N-Out Burger since I moved back to the Valley. I've kind of been like sort of craving it. And I'm like, man, I might want to go treat myself to some In-N-Out Burger soon. Yoshi says, I think the clear cuts are Mason, Tyus, and Martin. What do you think? Yeah. I know it's easy to pick on Mason Plumlee, but like the Suns, especially since we have Nick Richards under contract, Oso Ighodaro, maybe Bull. Like, I think Mason I don't think so. Plus, he didn't play that well for the Suns. And then Tyus Jones, I think, even said it. I think he said something along the lines of like, everything's on the table. Plus, I think he's an unrestricted free agent. He can kind of do whatever he wants. I'm sure some team will sign him. So we'll see. And then, Cody Martin, you know what? I said this yesterday, guys, like even though our last season was a disaster, Cody Martin actually looked like he gave a crap out there. And, actually like played hard. I don't know financially how it would work. I don't know how many roster spots there are left, but like I wouldn't mind Cody Martin coming back, but I don't think it's gonna happen. All Rails Productions, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the support. He says, how was your day today, Sons Geek? You know what, man? Thanks for asking. My day was really chill, dude. Went to bed fairly early last night, slept in, went to work, came home, watched the draft, was following everything on Twitter and retweeting stuff and getting things ready for the show. And I'm like, you know what? Gonna do a live show. Gonna finish the draft out strong and do one more live show. Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Was kind of drinking a little too much coffee, as you can see here. And I was like, damn, dude. I'm like, I'm exhausted. And I was like, I might just make a YouTube short. And then like all of a sudden, coffee just like kicked in. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, I can power through this. I'm like, I can just do one more live show and call it a day, So thanks for asking, man. I hope you guys all had a great day as well. Okay, let's see. Gambino says, so effing happy about this team. Hopefully we get way more than we expected from these picks. Exactly. That's got to be the hope right there, you guys. And you know what? That's what I was saying about like the whole draft bust thing. Like we have to remember these guys are rookies. These guys are rookies. It's going to take them some time, but hopefully we can get more than we expected from these picks. Hopefully they at least look promising. Maybe like Ryan Dunn did this past season, maybe they can make the the Rising Stars game. And I know Ryan Dunn didn't make the all rookie team. He probably should have, but maybe they can make the all rookie team and contribute to this team and play big minutes and just be contributors out there. You know what I mean? Let's see. Gavin says, if Milwaukee would give up Damian Lillard for Bradley Beal, we should do it and try running with the remaining guard rotation we have. Bucks need a scoring guard and Lillard's absence to keep Giannis around. Yeah, but that's not impossible, but I doubt they do that. One, they gave up a lot for Damian Lillard, and two, you pretty much traded for Damian Lillard for Giannis. I don't think you're going to slap Damian Lillard in the face, especially since he just got that brutal. What was it? Didn't he have one of those Achilles injuries? I doubt that happens. Suns. It's not impossible, especially after the Luka trade. After the Luka trade, nothing is impossible, but I doubt that happens. That's I extremely unlikely, in my opinion. Saul says, all I know is that I won't be as angry when the Suns lose next season. Exactly. Yeah. Let's see. I'm that dude says Beal on the bench is great insurance. Yeah, but if Bradley Beal sticks around, I don't know if he's going to be coming off the bench. This isn't last year's team. Just saying, guys. He might. It's definitely possible, but I'm like, I don't know. Let's see. Today was a day that proved why I wanted James Jones gone. I don't think he would have been able to pull this off. Suns GM worked some, quote, draft day magic. I see what you did there. Speaking of draft day, can't wait to watch this on Blu-ray in a little bit. How about this, guys? We've been live for over 47 minutes. Let's go like 13 more minutes. Let's maybe go like an hour-ish, and then we'll call it a day. I'll just take questions, comments, chats. We'll talk about whatever. Doesn't have to be Suns related. Doesn't have to be NBA related. You guys can just ask whatever you want. Obviously, please keep politics and real life issues out of it. But let's just do that, you guys. Sean says in and out or Whataburger. I'll say this: I had a small little phase where I really liked Whataburger, and I'm not saying I don't like Whataburger, but I think I would go In and Out. Whataburger's pretty good though, you guys. If you have one where you live, definitely go check it out. But yeah, I would probably say In and Out. What about you guys? Okay, let's see. Let's see. King J-Rock says, Gambo said that Tyus has interest in coming back. I must have missed that or just wasn't tweeted or reported. That's fine. Like, if he comes back for the right price, I think I'm okay. Because again, if we get a point guard, like our true point guard, in my opinion, that takes pressure off of Devin Booker. It's less of a load that Devin Booker has to carry. And remember, you guys, we have a new coach and we're going to have a new coaching staff. We're going to have a new offense. We will see what happens. And then this isn't really point guard related, but Shams Charania, and I can't believe I forgot about this. He said something on the draft today. I was like, that's actually a really good point. He was talking about Suns head coach Jordan Knott, and he said, Jordan Knott was like the assistant coach for the Cleveland Cavaliers who had Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. And I'm not comparing Mark Williams and Khaman Maluach to Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, but like he will know how to operate an offense and hopefully a defense around two big men, plus whoever else, is in our big man rotation. So shout out to Shams Charania for that great point. Let's see. MC Cole says, what city do you live in, Geek? Appreciate you being here, man. For those of you who may not know, I just moved back to the Valley back in December. And I say this to every person that I talk to who I tell about this. I am extremely thankful and happy to be back in the Valley. I love the state of Arizona. I love Phoenix. The only time I want to leave is when I travel, which isn't that much. I really don't travel that much. I love the state, you guys. I grew up here. I spent 2 decades here. I just love this state, man. I always will. I'm just so happy and thankful to be back. But if you guys didn't know, I moved to Memphis for like nearly 5 years, and it wasn't that fun. I encourage you guys to travel through Memphis, like go to Nashville, go eat some real barbecue and stuff, and nothing personal. Like I loved, for the most part, I did make a couple friends out there. It's just not like the Valley, man. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just not like the Valley. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. Who should go besides Bradley Beal? I'll just answer this from what we've heard from Matt Ishbia and Suns GM Brian Gregory. Who should go are the players who just are not going to compete out there, the players who are not going to put in 48 minutes of Suns basketball, the players who are not going to play defense, the players who are not going to care. You know what I mean? Those are the players that can go. And yes, All Rails Production says hit that like button. Seriously, guys, crush that like button. It helps share the show. If you're watching along live on Instagram, I really appreciate it. Tell people about Suns Geek. Like, I'm looking at my Instagram page. We've had so many people tuning in, and I really appreciate it. I think I only got a couple people watching live, but I still appreciate people that are tuning in and watching along live. Like I said, we will be live on multiple platforms very soon. Probably for my free agency stream, because I think that's going to be my next stream. Unless something crazy happens before free agency, that's when I plan to be live on multiple platforms. Your 1994 The Amazing Spider-Man t-shirt is cool. That's my favorite Spider-Man cartoon of all time. Exactly, man. It was a great series. I was rewatching it not too long ago. I think I'm on like season 3. I still need to kind of finish that up. And then there's some other Spider-Man animated shows that I want to watch too. Our team is so young, says Devin. I agree. And I'm glad. I really am. Like, I'm glad our team is young. And that's not because the Phoenix Suns are rebuilding. No, we're young because we needed to get young. We needed athleticism. We needed to retool around Devin Booker. And again, in my opinion, reacting to it as of right now, the Phoenix Suns offseason is off to a great start. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. To answer Sean's question, I just think they just need to somehow, some way, just somehow convince Beal to waive his no trade clause. They're gonna have to find a team, obviously, to trade. A buyout little situation, stretch and wave thing isn't impossible, but I don't know. And then I sort of already answered it. I'm enjoying AZ. I love Arizona, man. So thankful to be back. Did I ever collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Yeah, I did actually. If you guys know, I wore a Yu-Gi-Oh shirt that I got at Comic-Con. Blue Eyes White Dragon shirt. I actually still have some of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They're all safely put away, but I got them, and yeah, I love it. And Gavin asks a great question. I got to hold this up while I'm answering it. He says, how can we get David Putney? If you know the movie Draft Day, you know what that is. I love this movie. Can't wait to watch it. And get Putney, if you know what I mean. Get Putney. And let's quote Kevin Costner. I always say his last name wrong. Let's quote Kevin Costner right now. I want my draft picks back, all of them. Love it. I love that movie so much. Saul says, just for you, Brandon. I knew you'd get the reference. Okay. Nick C says, I still feel we need a player like Paul or Chris Paul or Charles Barkley that keeps players accountable or something. I understand that. And that definitely is going to be important this season. But I will just say this, you guys. There are different types of like leadership and different types of accountability. And again, if what Matt Ishbia and Suns GM Brian Gregory have been saying about like We're going to get guys in here that are going to compete, play hard, play defense, blah, blah, blah. We all know that's going to be Devin Booker. He's the mentor. He's the leader. He's the veteran of this team. But like, we got a guy like Dylan Brooks who's going to talk a lot of trash, start some stuff, sort of be like an enforcer out there. And again, that's kind of what I was saying about like Grayson Allen. I feel like Grayson Allen could kind of be that guy, mainly more in practice. Like, I feel like Grayson Allen's sort of like, quote, leadership and sort of not like he never really like caused any drama. He like we need kind of like stuff like that. I don't really know who would be that sort of player that like could be like a Chris Paul or Charles Barkley that keeps players accountable, but like we have a couple of those guys, and that's kind of more on the coaching staff too. I got to take a sip of my water, you guys. Sorry, just checking a notification on my phone. Let's see. Okay. Gavin says Russell Westbrook. No joke. I actually had somebody ask me this today. They're like, and I think they asked me it a couple days ago too. They were like, would you want Russell Westbrook on this team? I don't think we could afford him, but I've always been a Westbrook fan. I would not mind Russell Westbrook on this team. That's another guy that would like hold players accountable, be tough as nails. I love Russell Westbrook, man, but I don't know if he really fits like the timeline of this team, but I wouldn't mind. Keith says, and I appreciate you being here, Keith. He says, is Colin Gillespie going to get better with training / coaching? Absolutely. If Colin Gillespie is not motivated after how he played pretty well for us this year, and if he doesn't get better, that would be kind of surprising. I think he can definitely develop and get better. Gambino says Geek leaving free agent stuff on a different live stream at Gavin. Yeah, I mean, like I haven't even I don't even know who's available in this year's free agency class. I haven't gotten that far yet, you guys. You already know the drill here. I'm a one-man show, you guys. I don't even know who's a free agent this year, you guys. Come on. Tad says athletic, check. Shooting, check. Rim protection, check. Lockdown wings, check. Floor general is the need. And I've seen some stuff out there that's like, the Suns are going to play all shooting guards and centers. I'm like, guys, the offseason just started. Like, give this team time. The offseason is not over. But yes, floor generals needed. Maybe another power forward. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Let's see. Arizona Lifestyle says experts say Bull was a defensive liability, but my eye test showed that soon as Bull went in the game, the Suns went from being down 20 to cutting it back to 10. Bring back Bull. I'll just say this. I wouldn't mind Bull coming back strictly for his size and because he has familiarity with this team, like chemistry with this team. I wouldn't mind that. We would have like a Twin Towers, like long limbs team if Bull came back. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I'm hyped to see what the Phoenix Suns can do next season. Exactly, you guys. We should be excited about this team. Let's see. On that dude says hit the like. My guy Dude Who Loves Movies says, what's up, everyone? Don't forget to roundhouse kick that like button and Hulk smash the subscription button. Amen. Subscribe right now, you guys, for all the latest Phoenix Suns news. If it has to deal with the Phoenix Suns, I'm going to make a video about it. Please subscribe. And Dude Who Loves Movies, my guy Cody, if you're still watching, question for you, because I know you're a huge movie guy. And I understand if you're not a big sports movie guy, but have you seen the movie Draft Day? If you let me know if you have, dude. I love this movie, man. Gonna watch it right after this stream. Somebody said Kyrie Irving is out there. Kyrie Irving just signed like a huge deal with the Mavs. But speaking of Kyrie Irving, do you guys remember? I think it was in 2023, leading up to the KD trade. Remember when there was a big rumor out there that like Kyrie Irving was gonna like I don't know if it was trade, but like sign with the Phoenix Suns. You guys remember that? That was nuts. I remember that, you guys. That and then like wasn't it on Bradley Beal's press conference when those rumors started floating around again that like Kyrie was going to sign with the Suns? I'm gonna have to try that in 2K. I might have to like try getting Kyrie Irving, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and just simulating a season just to see what happens. I have not seen the movie Draft Day. I've wanted to see it since it came out. It looks good. It's a really good movie. Saul says, Cavs, where Jordan Knott came from, played all guards and centers. He knew how to coach a team like that. Yeah, that's true, but they did have a few wing players like Isaac Okoro and some other guys, but I get what you're saying. And that's what Shams Charania was saying about the centers. They had Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. And I'm not comparing Mark Williams and Khaman Maluach to those two players, but I'm just saying he will know how to build an offense and a defense around tall, lengthy players. So, all right, guys, let me just double check anything else I missed before we get out of here. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's a good one. Koby Brea just tweeted, or actually it was like 49 minutes ago, but you get the point. Let's just go to his Twitter and we will react to this tweet, and then we'll just see what else Twitter's been saying. Koby Brea, this is his official account. I'm going to give him a follow right now. Isn't he from France or something like that? I could be wrong on that, but Koby Brea tweets this out. I think he meant to say feels like a dream. Sorry, I can't talk. Feels like I'm dreaming right now, just thanking God, amen, and reflecting on everything it took to get here. Beyond blessed and grateful. Can't wait to get to Phoenix. Let's go, baby. I love that tweet, especially the last part of that tweet. It says, can't wait to get to Phoenix. I love that. Welcome to the Valley, Koby Brea, one of the best shooters in the draft. We watched that clip earlier of Koby Brea going 2 straight minutes without missing a three, put up great percentages in college, went to Kentucky. Devin Booker's his favorite player. I am hyped for Koby Brea. I love it. Okay. Let's see if we're missing anything else here. We've sort of talked about this, but this is a better sort of like wording or phrasing for how the Suns have gone about their offseason so far. One of my favorite follows on Twitter at Suns Are Better. It cannot be understated that the Suns drafted 3 guys that should be able to make an immediate impact on the team this upcoming season. Their focus in trading KD wasn't just on the future, but on young talent they can utilize now. This isn't a rebuild. They want to win. In case you didn't hear that, this isn't a rebuild. They want to win. I 100% agree with that, you guys. Totally agree with that. Let's see. Okay. I think that's it, you guys. I don't. Oh, yeah. By the way, for all you University of Arizona fans out there, I guess we can react to this. Caleb Love went undrafted, which, again, I'm far from a draft expert, but I thought he might have gotten picked at least in the second round. But he is signing a two-way contract with the Portland Trailblazers. So shout out to him, U of A player. What did he spend 5 years in college, or am I like crazy? But Caleb Love, absolute bucket. Sucks he didn't get drafted, but I'm glad that he, is at least going to be on a two-way deal going to Portland. And you gotta assume he will probably be at NBA Summer League. Appreciate my brother for being in here. It says, and his Star Trek page saying, "What's up, Suns Geek?" Check out his Instagram and his YouTube page, Starships of Greatness, if you're a Star Trek fan. And speaking of my brother being in here, he actually made the song that you're about to hear right now. I used it in my Comic-Con vlog, so go check that out. All right, guys. So I think that's gonna be it. Let's see. Hey Mug, I appreciate you being here, man. Says, yo, what's up, geek? Draft was insane. Got me legit excited for this year coming up. Exactly. Yeah, freeze that. If we're talking about the same guy, is that the what's his name? We just talked about it, but yeah, if it's the two-way contract player, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I saw that. Completely forgetting his name right now too. All right, guys, I think that's gonna be it. If you guys want my like full reaction, my thoughts in live time, I've done 3 live shows in the last 2 days, so go check that out. I went live when we were drafting, at pick 10. I went live when we traded for Mark Williams. I did a follow-up Q&A show. I did this show. So much content is on the channel. So much more content is on the way. If you guys tuned in yesterday, my guy Flex from Jersey and we've been talking about it for a while. He's going to be on the show soon. If you guys didn't know, I'm going to be going to NBA Summer League in like less than 2 weeks. I'm absolutely excited. So if you're going to be at Summer League, please come say hello. I'll be filming tons of content out there. I'll make sure to do like a podcast of some kind. My guy Casey is my friend who not only made my intro but made my Suns Geek logo. He's going to be with me. My sister's coming with me. It's going to be a blast. And got lots of content coming out, you guys. Like I said, I will be live for free agency, and we'll see what the Suns do. Can't wait. Off season's here, baby. And yeah, Gambino, we kind of talked about this. According to Brian Windhorst, Booker is expected to sign a 2-year, $150 million record extension. Exactly. You know what? We can probably end the show on that, actually. Let's just do this. Let's go to Spot Track because they just do an incredible job with contracts and all that. Let's just look up Devin Booker's current deal. And then, we'll just add on whatever is going to be reported. Okay, so Devin Booker, let's click out of that real quick. I promise we'll end the show after this because I'm getting tired of talking and I'm just tired in general. So here's Devin Booker's contract. The 2025-26 season, he'll be getting paid $53 million, which is absolutely insane. Remember, Devin Booker signed a 4-year, $220 million contract with the Phoenix Suns, including all of it guaranteed, blah, blah, blah. Booker will earn a base salary of $53 million, cap hit, blah, blah, blah. I don't remember when he signed that contract, but he signed it. He played last season, making 49 mil. This season, he'll be making 53 mil. So he's still under contract if you count this season for 3 more years. So I wonder if the contract extension that he's going to sign will go past 2028 because he's an unrestricted free agent as of right now in 2028. So does that mean that the contract will go into like 2030? You know what I mean? Is that why they're calling it like a record extension? That's my question, because I'm not great at contracts and salaries and all that stuff, but I assume that's probably how it will be, that the contract will go all the way into like 2030 or 2031. But either way, you guys, Devin Booker is not going anywhere, and he's under contract, including this season, for 3 more years. So, all right, guys, that was a great way to end the show. Let's see. Mug says, drop some likes for our boy, y'all. For real, you guys, seriously, crush that like button, you guys. It really helps the show. It tells YouTube that I'm doing a good job around here. I'm that dude says, peace, Sons Geek. Whoosh. Appreciate you. Saul says, God bless you, Geek. Go watch that movie, or Kevin Costner's coming after you for real. Kevin Costner's still going strong, man. He's like, isn't he isn't that show called like Yellowstone or something like that? Hasn't he been doing that show for a while? Tash, I don't know if this is a, oh wait. Yeah, I don't know if this is a compliment or not, but yeah, I don't know. Anyways, let's see. Got a gold medal though. Thanks, mate. God bless, says Gavin. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Sorry, I'm trying to understand this comment. Oh, my thing just froze. Dude, after this draft, I thought of you, forgot about your channel, bro. I am here. I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult, but I'll take it either way. Thank you for tuning in, man. I hope that you'll remember that I am here. I hope that you'll remember that my channel is here. Sean, I appreciate you, man. All right, guys, for real, I'm out of here. Great show. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. Thanks for all the engagement. Appreciate the super chats and super thanks. Follow me on social media, you guys. So much content is on the way. And just remember, you guys, stay safe out there. Be kind to people. Love people. Believe in the Phoenix Suns. Trust in the Phoenix Suns. Get ready for so much content. Free agency, summer league, trades. It's going to be nuts. All right, guys. Peace out. I'm gonna end the show on my brother's music again. Peace out. God bless. Win or lose, Phoenix Suns for life. If it has to deal with the Phoenix Suns, I'm going to make a video about it. Peace out. Go Suns.